with my beautiful soul sister, Teri Angel. We provide for you a guided meditation every day of the year. And today, our meditation is what we call a meditation excavation, where we invite you to meditate right along with us. And Teri and I just share with you everything that we're seeing from Spirit. So please join in. Teri Angel, good morning.
Good morning and welcome, everyone.
Okay, let's go ahead. We'll sink into meditation. Okay, friends, just take a couple of slow breaths. We're just going to slow down our breathing and our thinking just a little bit here. I want you to feel your weight, the weight of your body on your chair. Just knowing that you are supported by this chair. Of course, it's symbolic of the fact that we are supported by the spiritual divinity. Just feel the weight. We're going to take a minute and we're going to ground ourselves. So let's take a couple of slow, deep breaths. We're going to send those right to our root chakra, which is at the base of our spine. And let's just watch and feel as that root chakra expands. And then we're going to watch as we grow roots. In your mind's eye, watch as we grow roots from our root chakra down our legs, down your chair legs even, and going down into the center of Mother Gaia. And I'm seeing, Teri, that when those roots get all the way down to the center of the earth, they just sort of grow fingers and dig right in.
Mm-hmm.
Just holding on. Teri, I see now we're going to go to the heart chakra, the heart space. So friends, in your mind's eye, go up to that heart space. We're going to take a deep breath in and just expand that area. Teri, this is interesting. Normally we work in the heart chakra, but today we're working in the third eye. So let's go up. We're going to go to that third eye right here, right at the center on your forehead. We're just going to take a deep breath in and we're just going to set up that space. Not sure what we're going to be looking at today, but we are definitely connected in with the heart chakra to the third eye. So Teri, while we're setting up that space, whatever that looks like to you, whether you're sweeping the floor, you're hanging up new pictures on the wall, whatever you're doing in there, Teri, would you please invite in the spiritual divinity?
Yes, absolutely. And I'm painting walls. I don't know why, but they're all different colors. And I think it's for the angels that are going to surround us. So first, let's call in and invoke the energy of Archangel Raphael, the beautiful energy of air coming in as a fresh breeze to help us feel that freshness and that newness in the room that you are setting up. Raphael is the healing angel, so we ask for healing on all levels. And then going south, we're going to invite in Michael. Michael, I see standing at the doorway to this room. Michael is the guardian, the protector, and he comes in with the energy of fire. So if you're feeling a little warmth, just say thank you, Michael, for protecting, for covering us with the energy of pure light so that we are protected. And then we call in our beautiful Archangel Gabriel for messages, for clarity. Gabriel brings the energy of water washing everything clean and clearing out any cobwebs that might be muddling our thoughts or our words, and to help us get that perspective that is crystal clear. And then last we go to Uriel. And Uriel is the angel of the earth. So that earth energy, that grounding that Ruth was talking about, digging down into the dirt and putting our feet on Mama Gaia, just inhaling that scent of the earth. So right now, just let that centeredness, that balance come to you from Uriel. And thank you to these four angels that hold the energy of each direction. And those that are above us, Metatron, bringing in the crystalline grid, and Sandalphon from below, bringing in the crystal center of the earth for us to feel that wonderful energy, to hold on to it for healing, for clarity, for strength, for protection. We invite the divinity, we invite Jesus to be front and center, Divine Mother, nurturing us, holding us, helping us to understand we are loved. And at the very center of it all, God the Creator, whatever that looks like to you, whatever name you use or phrase, just invite in the highest being that exists. And any other angels, ancestors, masters, whoever wants to be present in our room today. It's filling up quite well, and it might get a little crowded, and that's okay. Just feel the energy, breathe it in, and know that you are in a safe container to do your work here today. So let's just take a moment to breathe that into our heart center.
Thank you, Teri. So I put up wallpaper, which was kind of amusing. So it was really interesting, Teri, because as we were preparing to be in this third eye space, I was seeing so many little figures, like animal types, and it was like mystic, and it was mystery and mysterious. And then it was really interesting because when we brought in the presence of God, then all the energy, all the attention just went straight up to the heavens. Like I couldn't even discern the other figures at all because all of the energy, the attention of the angels, the attention just went straight up to the heavens to just sit in that energy of God.
For some reason, that phrase just really touched my heart, the energy of God. We often think of our own energy and our energy fields, but going into that blessed, unconditional love, that feels really good.
And I think it's a reminder because it's fun to get lost in that energy of, oh, the elementals, oh, the angels. You know, it's an addictive, fun energy. It's a high vibrational energy, but friends, there's something much higher, which is the energy of God. And I think if we limit ourselves to the archangels, to Divine Mother, we're missing that God energy, which is not the intention of EWN. The intention of EWN is to help everybody explore their energy, to be in that oneness with the highest level of the divine. So I think, Teri, for a little while today, at least, we're just sitting here in this highest energy with God.
I think so. I just breathed a deep breath in and it felt fresh. It felt new and just open and inviting. And that is the energy of God. Mm.
Well, and as I look at all of those other figures that I had seen before, all of their energy is basking in that energy of God. They all respond to that God energy as well. But let's just sit there in that space. And I'm being asked for everybody, while you're sitting in this God energy, to take someone with you, to think of someone in the world that either you want lifted up in God's energy, just take them in your mind's eye. You can ask them spirit to spirit if they want to go. If they don't want to go, they're not going to go, right? You're not doing anything against anybody's will here. But also think, is there somebody in the world that you struggle with? Someone that you're in a painful relationship with? Someone who maybe you feel like you hate or has brought you so much pain? Take them with you to go in front of God and just be there. And it's not for you to say, look what he did to me. It's not that at all. It's to raise them up in the love of God. When you are there, what's happening to you? I know, Teri, when I'm in that space, I can't experience any kind of 3D boundaries to me. I don't see skin, I don't see bones, I just see me in spirit form.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And we lose the idea of separation when we do that. Because if we're not seeing ourselves as a human body, but we're seeing our spirit body, then there are no limits. There's nothing containing us and holding us down into this 3D energy. We're all one. We're all part of the great oneness of all that is. I love this. I love visualizing as I look around the room and seeing everybody without their bodies, without their human bodies. It's pretty cool because you can still identify who's who.
Mm-hmm. And when you look at that person that you brought with you, whether it's someone that you love or somebody that you're really struggling with, do you notice anything about them in their spirit form? This is what we call being a participant and a witness, where you're participating, but you also get to watch what's happening around you. And if you can't see any of these things, just imagine them in your mind's eye. I'm reminded that each person is here to learn. Each person is going through their life lessons, and each person has their own relationship with the Creator. And those lessons are being taught alongside with the Creator. each one of us. I mean, we can't sit here in this spirit form and think we're perfect and we have nothing to learn. We're all here for our own reasons.
So I'm just reminded that even though we are all here learning our lessons, living out whatever life we came here to live, whatever we do affects everyone else because we are connected in that oneness. So the lessons that we learn, the growth that we have spiritually, is contributing to the growth of all of the oneness. We're all growing and expanding in that energy field. And as I said that, my room just got bigger. Like, okay, let's just expand this out to hold everybody in their energy.
Teri, I was getting the same message, but in a different way. What I was seeing was as we are working on our lessons, sometimes we're going to impact somebody and not in a good way. So I was just seeing like getting bumped by the person next to me as they're working through their issues. Yes, it's going to impact the rest of us when somebody's going through their life lessons. And I'm sure I've impacted others negatively as I'm going through mine. That is part of the oneness.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing that's why we work on forgiveness. And the angels are showing me we are asked to forgive each other. And sometimes it just feels so impossible to forgive someone for what they've done to us. And the angels are saying, ask us, call on us when you need forgiveness for someone else. Just ask us, we'll help.
It's so funny. I had one of the walls in my room is yellow, and we work with the colors and the energy of the colors. And yellow is about everything that we brought in our DNA, and just not erasing the past, but clearing the energy of what happened through our timelines, through our ancestry. And on my wall, my yellow wall, there is the word Ho'oponopono written really huge letters going up at an angle. And that is the forgiveness prayer that came to us from the ancestors in Hawaii. And it just says, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. And a great message of inspiration and hope.
So, Teri, I'm being asked to ask each one of us whenever we watch this to invite in our world leaders to this place in front of the Creator where they can be one on one with the Creator.
So needed.
So, right now, we're going to ask in the world leaders, whoever you see as someone who has power with others, just invite them into this space right here, right now. I'm not even going to name names.
Mm-mm.
Just let them be here, all of them. Whoever's willing to come in. It felt like a fascinating energy shift.
Mm-hmm. It did. And Ruth, even as you invited them in, I'm just seeing them filing into the room. And I see you on one side and me on the other side of them for support.
Hmm.
Like, it's okay. This is a safe place. This is a place where there's no judgment. There's no criticism, just open to love.
Interesting, Teri. This just turned into the healing pool.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I see past leaders, those who have gone on into spirit, but that are still lending their energy here on the earth plane and guiding from beyond. And I see some of them in that pool.
Yep, I do too. Friends, if you are not familiar with the healing pool, it is a space in the ethereal realm that is larger than you can ever imagine. It goes in every direction as far as you can see. It is open to those who are in body as well as those who have passed on. Anyone can come at any time. And I do believe we all have that memory, that innate memory of how to be there and what it's like. And the pool itself is not made of water. It is the I am energy. It's that very energy that is in every single one of us, divine energy. And you can stand in it, you can wade in it, you can lay in it. It's not wet, but it's fluidish. It's really a fascinating energy, but it helps to reset us back to that perfect place of cellular understanding of the divinity. I don't, Teri, do you have better words for that?
That was perfect. Yeah, we're all in this collective soup. That's what I see it as. This is our energy, and it's the energy of the divine that helps to bring us to a good place inside of us, wherever that healing is needed. It's interesting to look at the pool and see some of our presidents from way, way back. they're,
Yeah.
all, they're all just kind of looking at each other, and um, there's a knowingness that they're still guiding, even now, you know, hundreds of years later, they're still guiding. And that feels good to know that whatever happened during their time in their office, that they can pass that knowledge forward.
I'm also feeling some shock and grief. And I don't even know if it's past or present, but it's look what I've done.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really filling up right now. I see queens, kings, monarchs from all over. Our world needs this right now. We need the wisdom. We need guidance. We need, like you said, Ruth, looking at what has happened in our world And how can we make a shift? We can't control anybody else, but we can shift the energy.
I just heard how important it is to heal the sins and the pain of the past in order to move on.
Mm-hmm.
Forgiveness, again, interesting. Forgiveness of self and others. Teri, this is interesting. Truly standing in the witness participant part, more the witness than the participant. Because in my mind, all of these souls have had the opportunity to work on this cleansing and this purging. But what they're showing me is that even if that's happened, this is about clearing and cleansing the impact of those actions on what's happening on Earth now.
Mm-hmm.
The history of what has happened because of these people in the healing pool and how it continues to impact us, even if that was hundreds of years ago. And some much more recent. But it's the impact of it. And Teri, I'm thinking, or I'm not thinking, I'm seeing the importance of cutting the cords.
Yes.
Cutting those cords from this healing pool and the impact of all those people, asking Archangel Michael to cut those cords of the impact of all of their works and how it's impacting us on Earth still.
Yeah. Mm. Lots of cords to be cut.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to me, Ruth, that our meditations seem to flow in alignment with the message that the angels give us every day. And last night they talked about cleansing the soul body, the spirit body. And that's exactly what we're doing today. We're doing that cleansing and cutting the cords to what's not needed, what's not helping us to be our best and highest here on this earth plane.
So I'm just seeing, watching as Archangel Michael is just cutting the cords, like literally all around the globe, of the impact of these people.
Mm-hmm.
And it truly is amazing how much power some people are able to obtain in their lifetime. It's amazing.
Yes.
But as he's cutting the cords from individuals to the planet Earth, I can feel as those cords are cut how folks on Earth can exhale. It's like they've been held tightly to this tight wire all this time. And with those cords being cut, it's like a collective exhale.
Mm-hmm. Freedom is what I hear. peace. Interesting, Ruth. As the cords are cut, I see now those spirits moving on out of the healing pool.
Teri, I was seeing the same thing. It was like, wow, what is the impact on the person who caused that pain
Mhm.
as those cords are cut? And I was seeing the exact same thing, just smaller energy, clearer, cleaner energy.
Mhm. Hmm.
That they can receive forgiveness.
And I see the light starting to flood in. Before it was like overcast, gloomy, and now there's like bright sunshine. Out of the darkness into the light.
And it's not to say that these people weren't supposed to play a role, is what I just heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But even when someone is playing a role, and friends think, are there any roles that you are playing in the lives of others? It doesn't mean that it doesn't impact the person playing the role. That maybe there is a need for forgiveness of self and by others. It's an interesting thought.
It is. And to be gentle with ourselves, not criticizing, not judgmental, but just allowing the energy to clear away, just like when we saw the cords being cut and all of that clearing up in the healing pool. That's how it is in our own lives.
So, friends, think about your own life right now. Is there someone who is treating you badly, taking up more space in your life than you wish? Are they bumping you as they're learning their life lessons and you feel like you're the victim of that? Be aware of that. Take them in spirit back to the Creator and just be there with them. Ask the angels to help you forgive. And you can come back to this healing pool anytime you want. You know how to go there. Your soul knows how to go there. So, as you are at the healing pool right now, look down at you and what do you see? Because, Teri, what I'm seeing right now is I'm seeing folks in spirit form, white and pure, just oneness with that divine God energy.
Mm-hmm. It feels so good to be a part of, doesn't it? Instead of seeing ourselves as separate.
Mm-hmm. And remember this feeling of being elevated in that divine energy. And as you go through your day, picture you in this divine form and be higher than the negative energies, the anger and the hate and the bigotry and the isms. Just be higher than that.
Yeah.
We are so much more than we typically tend to live.
Yes. Lots of potential, lots of possibilities. We're just open to it. So beautiful, Ruth.
That is. Oh, thank you, Archangel Michael. Thank you, God, for being here with us, that we can come and sit in your presence and you show up. Thank you. Teri, any last words?
Just as I said earlier, be gentle with yourself. If you're finding that you need to cut cords, maybe it's someone you've had a disagreement with or someone who has an influence over your life in not a good way, cut that cord and find your freedom. It really is important to take care of you. Do the self-care that's needed in your own life.
Beautiful. Thank you. Friends, thank you for being here at Enlightened World Network. Our desire is to help you and us be more at one with our divinity, to understand our oneness with God, with the Creator, with the angels. So thank you. Thank you for being here. So, friends, take good care. God bless. We'll see you soon.
Bye, everyone.